Welcome back, everybody, to GutsyHunterTV. Gutsy Hunter with you with our next episode of The Hunter Called the Wild. Let's go ahead and jump right back into where we left off. So last time on the last episode, we were here at our very first outpost, and I mentioned to you we were going to make our way to this next outpost over here because there is a collectible that we want to get along the way, and then we'll do Hope's camp mission, and then we'll wrap up that episode probably there. But we'll see what we can get along the way here. So we're going to make a quick stop at this first question mark so we can see what it is. Oh, still getting used to Windows 11, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so let's go ahead and start on our journey here. Last time, let's see. I think we still have everything in inventory we started off with, our 243. Yes, indeed we did. So, all right, let's go ahead and take our time here through here. Still early in the morning. It's only 10:28. We still may run into some deer out in the open feeding. So we'll just kind of take that. You can see that question mark is only about 93 meters away from us here. Let's see if we see anything out there. At least nothing too visible to us right at the moment. Let's go ahead and we'll continue walking towards this question mark. Those of you that are not new to Latent Links, you'll know what we're walking towards right now. So, but this series is designed for the new players. Once again, the players that were able to pick up the game, the base game from Epic, welcome. This is the Steam version, so there shouldn't be too much difference between this version and the Epic version at all. But I am playing this for those of you who are in the Epic version, that similar to that of the no DLCs. So I do have all the DLCs on this account. So we will cover all of the maps as we go through this series. Okay, so what this is an outpost, or not outpost, sorry, but a blind, basically. So if we wanted to spend 2,100, we could go ahead and build that. And then we'd have a blind here on this map all the time right here, overlooking this area, which is usually good with deer. Sometimes we'll see bear in here. Moose will come in here. So now that we've added that to our map, let's go ahead and start making our way over to the next outpost here.
You know, I spotted some tracks earlier, close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
Let's see what old Doc is leading us towards here. So we've got a need zone here that we're going to pick up, but oh, we have a. That sounds like a doe to me. So we just picked up that need zone by picking up that track. All right, let's see if we can find. I'm not going to worry about taking the time to call that doe in right now. I always want to make sure to be careful when you walk through the brush. It does make enough noise. As I talked about the sound indicator down below in the last episode, we are on the edge of a lot of noise right now. So we have a moose that came through here. Oh, we've got a coyote over there. Let's go ahead and give him some love. There we go. Let's go pick up that coyote and we'll continue making our way over to the outpost.
Getting your feet moving, I see. Just remember to take a breather before shooting anything.
Oh, we got a deer over there. Yeah, there she goes. So, well, the reason she ran, one, she could probably hear us running, but two, you could see that cone that I mentioned also in the last episode. So she's got our scent. It's blown right towards her there. So, all right, let's take a look at this nice little female coyote that we got here. So, 15.92 kilograms. She's only a bronze because she scored a 35. We'd had to have a 38.3 to get a silver on that one. So, all right, we just leveled up. So we'll go ahead and address that when we get back over here to the new outpost. All right, it looks like we've got some bear tracks right here. Always your best bet when you're hunting on any of the maps is to hunt near water. You know, animals can rest anywhere. Oh, there's another coyote. I don't know if we'll be able to get on her quick enough. No, we hit her. I don't know if it was a vital hit or not. She hasn't gone down yet. Let's go track her down here. Coyotes are usually pretty good cash if you're in the need of money early on. Getting pretty lucky catching them out in the open here right now, so. It wasn't a vital hit. But the question is, was it enough to get her down? Yeah, we'll see. We'll follow her for a little bit here. Nope. Missed that spot there. You can see the glow of the outline here, so we know we're on the right trail here. She gone down yet? Yep, she went down. Okay. Now we got a moose up here, which we are going to leave alone because our gun definitely will not work in this case on that. Decent sized bull. Don't you run at me. Animals will charge you. Anything else out here? We got us a duck over yonder. And here she is right there. Oh, yeah, we no vital hit at all on that one. So she would have been a silver, but we didn't get a vital hit. So you can see 771 cash for that.
There's
That's
no
not bad.
shortage of ways to earn money as a hunter. No shortage of ways to spend it either.
All right, well, we got to backtrack a little bit here. So I was going to show this to you guys on the way out to Hope's camp. But we kind of got pulled away. There's another coyote over there as well. Oh, a mythical. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, no, I'm not supposed to, but. Hopefully we got a vital on it. So that's a level 8. Nope, we didn't get a vital on it. Got intestine. So, gosh darn it anyway. Some of these, that's why you shouldn't go for some of these animals with that. Just go to 243. That wasn't a very ethical shot to begin with. I should have tried to angle it, and that was a tough angle to begin with. But let's see. Track it down, see if we can... Hasn't gone down yet. Kind of cut up away from the water here. Oh, man. Well, while we're here, might as well pick this up. So this is one of the things I'm going to show you on the way to Hope's Camp. You'll find these throughout the maps as well. This is an antler shed.
You found
some
a
free
shed.
XP and
I've already got a big
money.
enough collection back home, so I've started selling any new ones I find. People often buy them for handicrafts, you know. Knife handles and such. I once sold a really nice moose antler for $500.
Still hasn't gone down yet.
If you want to stay busy on the road, I'd keep a lookout for sheds. You know, antlers that are shed by the reserve animals. They're rare to find and very popular to collect.
Tracks are getting further and further apart here. Looks like she turned around there for a second. That's a different bear. Not the same one. And it doesn't look like she's bleeding anymore, so I think we are done with that tracking. All right, well, that's okay. We got closer back to the outpost we were getting to. Normally, you know, with a bear, you'd want to use an odd 6, 7 mm. But we didn't have that as an option, so the odd 6 is a DLC anyway, so 7 mm takes a bit to get it. So you just have to kind of play the game until you get there. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to head to the graveyard by the outpost here. And before we pick it up, I'll show you why we came over here. So I don't know, if you recall, I should say, in the first episode, we picked up a point of interest, and there was actually a clue in that point of interest. So let's go to our codex here. Written note. So this is over here by the lookout when we first got it, and it said, "Left this note for someone to find it. Whoever you are, walk in peace. Go north to find the closest outpost. You can't miss the curious tombstones close by." So here we are in this area of the tombstones. Got something calling at us over there. But you can see right here on top, there's a nice little collectible right there. When you read those points of interest, keep them in mind because sometimes they will have clues tied to them.
These lands are wild, but people have been living and coming here for hundreds of years. There are lots of remnants, both large and small, of their time here. Now, since this is federal land, any historical artifacts you find belong to the state and must be turned in. To encourage that, however, the Office of Archaeology and Historic Preservation will provide a finder's fee for authentic artifacts.
All right, we'll go ahead and let's claim this outpost here. All right. So we should have enough money or enough rounds to do that, what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and first deal with our skill points and our perk points. So in this area, we have a couple of different options. We have the stalker tree, and then we have the ambusher tree. What I always do is I always start with locate tracks. I buy my first point there just so that the direction becomes a little more accurate. Now you'll be able to see that when we start tracking stuff. And then what I typically do will get the first 3 levels of this, then come back and fill this one up. So and then I'll branch out from there. But while I'm doing that, I personally, and everybody is a little different, I like to get who's deer because any call you use it has a chance of attracting different species. Some species on the maps don't have any callers available. So I know a lot of people like to do the pack mule because it gives you the ability to carry more weight. Trying to find the one that one's a good one to get. Definitely want to get that one. Is that our stalker? It is. Yeah. So a lot of people like to disturb vegetation because some of us hunt by fur type, and that'll tell you what type of fur type and everything that when you're walking by tracks and you see disturbed. Soft feet, definitely important one to get. Innate triangulation is another good one to get. Improved line is an excellent one to get. So there's our first skill point. So perk points. Right now, all we're using is the rifle. So we're going to go ahead and unlock the first one in muscle memory. Definitely you want to get to this point because this is where you are able to zero in your scopes. So, but that'll take us some time to get to. So let's go ahead and bring up the map real quick. And we're going to go ahead and put a dot right in the middle of Hope's camp area, right about there. And so we got a little over a kilometer to get. Let's see, jump over the fence here. As you can see, it's raining once again on the old Layton Lakes. This is how you know you're in the Pacific Northwest on this map, because it rains a lot. Of course, Hirschfelden, when we get to that map, you'll see it rains quite a bit out there too. Let's see, we got anything crossing around out here? Nothing I can see. Oh, here, double check that map. Make sure that bear didn't go down. No. We'll get some boots on the ground here quickly, and you can see the blood trail that the bear left. But he or she, I'm guessing it was a he because it was a mythical. So big old boar. But unfortunately, we didn't get him down. Maybe if we could have got another shot into him, we might have been able to get him. But it is what it is. So we'll keep on hoofing here. All right. Yeah, we got a moose over yonder there, huh? Won't be shooting the moose with the 243 either, so. Now, if you had the DLC and you had the crossbow in hand, you could actually, even with the 400 grain bolts, you could actually take him out with that. So, if you're confident in your shot and you have the polymer tip bullets, you could try for a heart shot on the moose. But you really have to know where to aim and be comfortable and confident with your shot. So, otherwise, you're just going to wound it, track it for a long time, and never get it down. So. Seeing animals through the fog there. What do we have here? Cody. Oh, that's probably that one that gave us a hoot earlier. All right, let's get on through here. There are a couple of, even though I don't think they're marked on the map out here. Yeah, the one is. But there's a couple of points of interest that we'll pick up along the way. I don't believe there's any clues tied to any of them, at least that I've been able to discern over the years. So. All right. We'll keep on just about there, about 400 meters away is all. Don't see anything bedded down out through here. Now in through this area of the map, you'll typically find bear and moose. So every once in a while, you might find some blacktail wandering through here, but mainly moose and bear. Moose, I can't believe a new combination of animal, I guess. All right, here's our first point of interest. I think this is the one that is not on the map. Okay. So if you want to read that, I'll give you just a moment to look that over. Just gives you kind of information about what a typical and atypical deer is with regards to their antlers. So, okay. If you need more time to read that, just make sure to hit the pause video or pause the video, and you'll be able to finish reading that.
You're getting close. Hope mentioned seeing some tracks in the mud. See if you can find them.
And we get to, so the question mark that's on the right is actually going to be another hunting stand. And then the question mark on the left is going to be a point of interest. So there we have the hunting stand marked on our map. And we'll grab this point of interest real quick, and then we'll do the tracks in the mud there.
You found them? Great. Snap some pictures for the record and see if they lead anywhere.
All right, so they want us to take pictures, so you can see that they're outlined there. So the P key on the keyboard will go ahead and bring up your camera. You snap your picture, and you're all done. Push P again.
Definitely human. Looks like a troublemaker then. Now, I don't want you to go picking any fights, but maybe you could follow them and see where they lead.
So I'm going to go ahead and run. As you can see, our scent is being carried towards the coyote, so we're not going to get any eyes on him. If we do, it'd just be by luck as he was passing on through. We'll follow these footsteps to the end here.
Some ripped clothing. And no more tracks, huh? Well, just leave it for now, and I'll see what I can come up with. This'll help, though. Thanks.
All right, so let's go ahead and see what our next mission is going to be here real quick. So let's see. You heard from Doc. You helped out the camp. He says, "Thanks. Can you help me out some more?" Sure. Then Doc has got a mission for us. That's a side mission. So we'll do that one another time because we're not going to sit there for the nighttime. Let's see here. So Hope's mission was to travel to Belmont, find 3 different footprints from the deer. I figure out what the heck that was right here. Anyway, we'll come back to that later. So let's go ahead and travel over here to Belmont. And we will go ahead and wrap up this video for this episode, guys and gals. We'll go ahead and do Hope's mission on the next episode. And if it gets dark enough, we'll try to do Doc's as well, which is to take out a coyote at night. Or sorry, no, deer, either whitetail or blacktail. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and we'll continue making these as long as you guys enjoy them. If you are enjoying them, or if you have any questions, or you'd like me to go ahead and focus on something for you, please let me know down below in the comments. I greatly appreciate that insight as well. With that, though, everybody, please make sure also to join our Discord. I'd love to have you guys be part of our community, not just in the videos, but also interacting with each other. So that information will be down below in the description. With that, everybody, have a great and safe weekend. And until next time, take care.